Hello and namaste. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of The Open Space. The founder president of Early Childhood Development Center ECDC, Ms. Pushpa Basnet, is a social worker, initiator, mother, and a strong hope. She was titled with Hero of the Year by CNN in 2012. Today, Pushpa Basnet has been raising 45 children in her butterfly home. We are honored to invite Ms. Pushpa Basnet in the open space, who no doubt is an inspiration to millions of people around the world.
Thank you.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how are you?
I'm good.
How are things going on? I mean, what are you doing these days?
These days, basically, because the children have holidays, so I spend lots of time with my children, and I'm studying, so I have to do lots of practical work, so I'm studying, so that's it.
My audiences today are eager to listen to the story of Pushpa Basnet, so you might want to share your story.
To start my story, I think I started my journey in 2005 when I was studying my Bachelor in Social Work in St. James College. I was one of the students who was okay, was not going to studies, I would say that. I don't know how I got through St. James, but finally I got it. So I studied my Bachelor in Social Work. I started in 2005, I got enrolled to that college. And I was in second year at that time. I was placed in Kalimati police station, and we had to do my intern. Like every Thursday and Friday, you have to go to an organization to do an intern. I was placed in police station, and where I got chance to visit the jail with DSP Mira Chaudhary, and that was my turning point in my life. When I went inside the prison as a visit, that was just a visit, I saw the small girl, Sanokanchi Tamang, who was just 9 to 10 months, I think so, and she was just staying there. And for me, because of my childhood also, because I was brought up in a good family, a loving family, I would say, and I stayed for lots of time in my hostel. I love my boarding life. I think that's the best part of your life you have in your childhood. And I saw the small girl, Sanogan Chitama, and where I just wanted to grab her, but one of the officers, from the security, said that don't hold her because her mother had killed her husband. And I was a bit scared, so I just let her down. And after that, I came back home and I talked to my parents. That was the most important thing, So whatever daily activity I used to have, I used to talk to my parents and share about it. And I said that, Dad, I looked at the small girl inside the prison. I wanted to help her, and my parents were like, no way, Pushpa, you see so many children on the road, and you have so many problems. You can't say that everyone you want to do something. But I was like, no, I wanted to help her. And meantime, what had happened was, I was really not in college also, I would say, and I was being suspended a year from my college because I was being caught bunking the classes. So I got a good reason. So whatever happens in your life happens for the good reason, I would say. I was being suspended a year from college, and being suspended from St. James College was one of the biggest things in my life that changed my life, because I had that time, so I started this non-profit organization with a couple of my friends and my family. With $1,000, we started this organization, ECDC. We run at the daycare center at the initial time. We used to get the children out from the prison, have them, and let them go back. In 2007, one of my child was sent to another orphanage, so where I was not happy the way of life he was living, and I thought that I should start my own residential home. In 2007, with number of 2 children, I started my own residential home. So now I have 45 children living with me, and I'm happily mother living with them.
So basically, if we see your journey of life takes an about turn in 2005. From starting with 2005 and today you are mom to 45 children, how does it feel to become a mom?
It's a big turning point in my life, I will say. After 2005 till now, it's a big turning point. But with this 10 years of journey, every second counts a lot to me. Giving my 10 years to this children and having 10 years of them in my life have changed definitely. Both of our lives, just not my life, have changed. Definitely their life also have changed. But being a mother, I know that I'm not a biological mother for them, but yes, I believe in giving a good karma for them is one of the most important things for anyone's life, not just in my life, I would say. But being a mother with all this shit, that's an awesome thing I could have in my life. But that's the best part of my life, because they are spending their childhood with me. So that's the best thing I have in my life, and I'm happy also.
You're happy to become mom to 45 children now. So What is the difference between the regular bunker Pushpa and CNN hero Pushpa Basnet?
I was kind of a free person, like, I could do anything, but now things have changed. Like, I can't be free with the things because now I have 45 children with their responsibility. So I'm a different person now, I would say. It's now, every second is like, I'm worried. Now I'm sitting here, but my mind is always that, like, whether the children are staying properly or no, So you have to worry about so much things. So definitely, I think lots of things have changed. Back in bunker as a Pushpa Basnet and now as a CNN Pushpa Basnet, yeah.
So if we analyze your life, it's getting pretty good. I mean, you have your plants, you have your children, you have everything right now. But at this point, let me ask you, what do you fear most?
Now at this point, I think to get into this place or this, like, whatever now I have, we had to struggle a lot. I would not just me, I had to struggle. As a team, we have to struggle a lot as a ECDC and everything. But I think in my life, the failure has played a very important role. To get into, because because I failed in SLC, I was being suspended a year from college, not getting a good marks and everything, For me, things have taught me, and the experience, I think, like whatever experience I'm getting, that has taught me. But as now, I think things have changed in my life, definitely.
Whenever we are to achieve our dreams, we definitely need to give a lot. So, would you share some terrible moments of your life that actually changed, that actually transformed?
I think coming within this 10 years of journey, like, yes, it's true that I've got lots of things in my life, but some of the things that I'm really missing is that, I can't spend lots of time with my parents. My parents have to take time and come and spend with me, and that's the one thing that I would regret in my life. I can't spend much time with my parents, but I'm happy that my children are with me. So I'm sure my parents would understand me. But I think like there was some point in your life, where I never had even 1,000 rupees to run that organization. But luckily, I used to have people coming to my door and saying that, oh Pushpa, we want to help you with this thing, So yes, I did have, but you'll have every time in your life journey, till now, like people see me, I'm so happy, with all the things, like, CNN, but that's not the reality, like you visited my place, you have so much thing to worry about it, so we have lots of problems. Maybe I can't express myself, but yes, I do have problems.
So having featured in almost all the mainstream medias in Nepal, and also being featured in CNN, even CNN has made a documentary on you, what is the difference in between your life you actually choose to live in the starting of 2005 and today?
I think being featured in like lots of like international magazines or like in media, definitely like they show me as Pushpa Mamu, but in reality I'm a different person. I love to jump around, I love to cook food, so I'm a different person, I would say. But definitely being as a young into this field, like there are lots of options for us also, like it's just not like being a social worker or like people who are like after like they get retired or something. No, like young people can come and they can take as a passion into a dreams into a reality, I would say that. And I feel that our government or anyone should invest on the youth, so if we invest on the youth, there are lots of things that at least we represent our country outside, so yeah, things are good.
Things are good. You took your initiation at a very young age. How old are you?
Now I'm 29, I'll be 30.
So you're 29, you're going to be 30. So what's your dream now?
My dream would be like, I would love to see one of my child staying in this position, being the president of this organization. That's my dream. I want to hand over this my organization to my children. That's my dream, because that would be my success, So definitely I will see one of my children staying in this position, and so that tomorrow, next time you interview her or him, and for the organization, definitely to have my own butterfly home project.
Walking down your life, you have achieved so much. I can see that. What did you lose?
No, I don't think I've lost anything, like the time that I can't spend with my parents. Yes, I've lost that, because being a daughter of some, like, my father and mother, they were the best thing to happen, but Now I don't have time for them, I'm busy with my work, traveling, doing lots of things. But that's the thing I lose, I would say that, I can't spend time with my parents. Tomorrow I would regret if anything happens to my parents. I would definitely regret for that.
So there is no point yet that you regret upon, despite being a good daughter.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're happy whatever I'm doing, because in the both the hand you can't have sweets, right?
Yeah.
You can't have in both the hands sweets, so you need to have one, So for me now, this organization is the priority for me, and I'm sure they do understand that also. But after 10 years, maybe if I hand over this organization to my children, then I would have time with my parents. But I hope so that I have them with me.
And interestingly, if we analyze the scenario, basically in Kathmandu and some of the developed cities of Nepal, the craze of studying social work in bachelor's is getting really high. What do you want to say about this?
It's true what you said, because now every college, you have PSW and things for social work. But I would say, for all the people, if you want to study PSW, yes, it's an easy subject. I would say it's easy, because for me also, because I failed in SLC in maths, so I never wanted to study maths, so that's the reason I landed up studying PSW, because I thought I don't have to study maths, but in reality it doesn't happen that thing. But I thought also I'll study PSW, after that I'll join my parents' business, but for me that was not the thing I wanted in my life. I was searching for something else, I would say. So for all the people also, if you're studying PSW, just know that you're getting eye into your jobs, and you'll have 9 to 5 job, and you get a salary in a month, but somewhere down in life you are not happy. So if you start BSW, search for something that makes you happy, because BSW means serving people, So go for something that makes you happy.
So definitely we need to go for something that's ultimately going to make us happy, and happiness is something we should always be looking for. As a successful social worker, let me say, what would you suggest that anyone is interested in social work should have?
I think for anyone who's interested to do social work, you need to have passion. You need to have passion, and you need to be patient. Things doesn't change in one day. You need to be a patient also, and even you should be clear with your mission and vision. I'm really pretty clear with my mission and vision. If things doesn't work out, don't give up. You fail it, you try, but at least you have an experience that you don't want to repeat the mistake same time. So you should be have patience and be committed to that work. When we started, I had a couple of my friends, after they left for years to study, but I'm stuck with this thing and everything. But today, where I stand, because I have that passion, I need to do that thing for my children. So that's the thing also you need to have.
And definitely you're doing a great job raising up your children and trying to certain their future. Do you have any expectations from your children?
No, I don't expect anything from my children, because I think my parents could, my parents expected me to be a business person, but I could not fulfill their thing, so I don't expect anything from them, but I would expect that they should be a good human being. That's the most important thing for me, earning money, getting a good job is thing, but the most important thing first in your life is you have to be a good human being. I would expect them to be a good human being. Today I'm doing things for them, tomorrow they should do it for somebody else. So that I would expect for them. Be a good human being. Other thing, I don't expect anything from them, but yes, I would tell them that education is very important for them, because today, whatever the parents have done, I don't want the same thing to happen to them. So if they study and if they get opportunity, grab that opportunity, and that's the thing also I expect from them, have a better life, not the same life what their parents have. And I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Okay, let's hope they will.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Samrat Sigdal. My question is, currently you are running ECTC house, or we can say butterfly house. Do you think your ECTC or butterfly house will continue in long term, 50 years from now?
Thank you for the question. And definitely I think so, within the 50 years, so I'll be 70, I think so I'll be 70 years old, So I would say yes, definitely within 50 years, definitely I'll see this organization running. So that's the reason I'm trying to say that, tomorrow I don't want to run myself and I'll have my own family coming up, you need to pass it on. So today if I give it to my children, so tomorrow, if they serve for that time of period, so they should pass it on. For any business, I would say, any business, any social organization, anything, you should pass it on. You can't just say that, I'll run, so I think definitely within 50 years, maybe I'll, this organization will be running. And because of the issue also, we have children inside the prison, so definitely we'll be there.
You've been a social worker for a decade. How did you discover your passion?
Thank you for the question. I would not say that, I discovered, I think I encountered with them, I think so, because like I said, I started this work when I visited the prison. And when I saw this small girl, I wanted to help her, so helping her, I thought that, even my parents and I thought that, for short term it would be, but as long, because once you get addicted to that thing, you don't want to leave that thing. I think I'm addicted to this thing also, with my children and everything. So definitely I think I get addicted to this thing. So after all, I thought that was my passion.
Stop leasing children homes in the name of helpless and homeless children has been more of a business these days. Many foreign organizations are donating a huge amount of money to such organizations. So, what do you have to say about that?
I think talking about the orphanages or even the shelter, I can't say about others or how it's run or what are things happening, but for me to start this shelter was my I encountered with these children, so I started things as a shelter, but for me, it's difficult to say how the people are seeing on the orphanages or this thing, but if you talk about me, I think that's the best thing in my life, to have this shelter and have these children. I can guarantee that whatever money comes to my organization, whatever is donated to my place, I make sure that my children respect the thing when people give it to me, and I respect the donation, whatever I give it to them. So I think whatever donation we get, help we get from the people, individuals, small, big and everything, I respect for that. Because today I don't stand, because I think I would not stay or stand in this place without the donation that I get from the individual people. So in my word, I would say that every penny that is donated to ECDC is going to the children, and I believe for that.
Hello ma'am, this is Sufia Khan. It's been a great pleasure to hear your story. I feel really inspired. All I want to ask is, what is the fact or the event that inspired you? I mean, is there any role model, a person whose image really fortifies your attempts?
Thank you for the question. I think so the role model in my life would be my mom. I think my mother is one who, today I stand just because of my parents, I would say, but I feel that how my mother have brought me up today here, I think my mother has played a very important role, because we grew up in a boarding school. I stayed in a hostel, and most probably, whenever we used to come to home, my parents were always like, you need to help people, you need to be good to the people. So I think today, the way I am, I think that's my mother's, that thing I'm getting from my parents. So I think I would say my role model would be my mom and definitely my father also, I would say. Other people are when you see, you get inspired by them, I think I would get inspired, Prabal Guru, I would get inspired, seeing him, he's such a big person, but he's very down-to-earth person, and Oprah is someone I really have a dream to meet one day. So yeah, there are a couple of people I would say.
You got $300,000 as a reward for being a CNN hero. So what are you planning to do with that money? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Whatever money we receive from CNN after being CNN Hero of the Award, it was $300,000. We brought the land. Recently we just brought the land, but the money is not enough to construct the building, So we are waiting if somebody comes up and gives us money to construct all the building. But as long as we got the money, we brought the land. I brought 5 rupee of land for my Butterfly Home project. And rest of the money is back in the United States with the online donation, whatever we got. But after we get the money, definitely we're going to get that back and construct the building. But that's money is just for my Butterfly Home project.
At the end of the show, what would you like to say to our audiences?
I think to the audience and all the people that, believe in your dreams. No matter if people don't believe in your dreams, the first thing is that you need to believe that the rest of the people would believe. And be passionate about what you are doing and love what you are doing. That's the best thing in your life, and that's the best thing you can give to anyone else in their life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pushpa Basnet, for coming to the open space. It was really great having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
With this, we come to an end of our show. Next time, we will be here with another achiever. Till then, stay inspired.